What if this summer could be the start of something really amazing in your life? I'm talking about you discovering a passion that you never even knew existed. You never knew it was inside of you, but now that it's been discovered, it changes your life from this day forward. This is the type of possibilities I'm talking about. This is the power of today's episode. If you are intrigued, well then, my friend, you have no choice but to keep on listening. Welcome to episode 305.
Yo, are you ready to flip the script on life? Because those bad days, they're just doors to better days. And that's exactly what we do here at Grit, Grace, and Inspiration. Your host, Kevin Lowe, he's been flipping the script on his own life, turning over 20 years of being completely blind into straight up inspiration, motivation, and encouragement just for you. So, kick back, relax, and let me introduce you to your host, Kevin Lowe.
What is up, my friend? Welcome back into the podcast for another edition of our summer series, helping you to make the most of this summer that you possibly can. Now, I want you to realize this. Yeah, I get last week was 4th of July, but don't be thinking that, oh no, summer, it's coming to a close. There's not much left, because there's plenty of time left for us to soak up a little bit more sun, sand, and surf. But today, we're talking about really using these summer months for big changes in our life. Or more importantly, for us just discovering new passions, new things that we didn't even know that we loved. But we stepped outside of our comfort zone. We did something different. We maybe chose something a little bit more adventurous than normal. That's the power of summer. And that's exactly what we're harnessing in today's episode. Because by the end of today's episode, I promise that I'm going to leave you a little bit more excited, a little bit more thrilled about the idea of doing something different. And all of that in the hope that just maybe by you stepping outside of what is comfortable, by doing something that isn't normal, you discover a whole new passion that you never even knew existed. And yet it completely transformed your life from this day forward. That's the power of exactly what we're talking about today. I believe that any time of year is a perfect time for us to do something new, for us to try new things, to get a little adventurous. But I feel like summer in particular, it just lends its hand because doesn't it seem like life just kind of moves a little bit slower in the summer months? Things seem to be a little bit more relaxed. Maybe there isn't the stress of the kids in school. Instead, you're just focused on keeping them alive, much less being sure that they're alive and doing their homework. It just moves at a slower pace. And therefore, it just makes it easier for us to try new things and to get out there and be adventurous. With that said, I'm going to encourage you to really make the most of what we have left of summer by doing some things that are different. Maybe some things that you've thought about doing, but you never have. Signing up for classes, going to the local YMCA and doing, water aerobics, or signing up for yoga, hot yoga, doing something that's out of the ordinary, something that you've never done before. Or if we want to really embrace the summer spirit, why don't you get outside? Why don't you go try paddleboarding? Or why not go down to the beach and pick up a surfboard? Have you ever even tried to surf before? Maybe this is your opportunity. The whole idea here is when we step outside of our comfort zone, that's when we open the door for us to possibly discover things that we never even thought we would like. We probably thought, no way, I'm not interested. And yet, if we throw ourselves into this uncomfortable situation, many times we come out thinking, wow, that was really pretty awesome. So I am going to encourage you to make a list of 3 things that you've always wanted to try. I'm talking about adventurous things, cool things, crazy things. Maybe it's hang gliding. Maybe it's rock climbing. Maybe you live in a part of the world where beaches aren't quite the rage and instead it's up in the mountains. Go for it. Do something wild and crazy and jot down 3 things. We don't got a whole lot of summer left, but maybe what we got, we can make the most of. And my whole goal is when you write down that list of 3, I want you to commit to doing at least one of them. If you check off all 3, then baby, you are incredible. But at least check off one. And that will be so monumental. Now, yeah, there's a chance that you try it and you realize, you know what? I don't like this. Matter of fact, I hate this. Well, you know what? Then you come away with a story to tell. And sometimes that's better than anything. Now, maybe you're the type who you don't really want to just dive right in to crazy, adventurous things, but instead, you'd rather just kind of sit down, reflect, think about it. Well, I got you covered also. Because the longer days, the slower the time moves, it's a perfect opportunity to get real on what you really love, what really excites you, and what things do you really want to do? What are the things that get you really excited? And sometimes the passions that we find are kind of rooted in the things from our past, things that maybe we forgot about, that we even love doing. And we've just gone through life and we forgot all about the fact that as a child, we absolutely loved building model cars or playing with baby dolls. I don't really know how playing with baby dolls is going to relate to this, but if it was building models, well, maybe explore that idea again. Maybe you were somebody who really loved as a kid riding a bicycle. Do you own a bicycle today? If not, why not go buy one and give it a shot? Get out there and ride and see if you still love it as much as you used to. Chances are you might, or maybe you've grown older and realized, nope, I'd rather be on a motorcycle where I don't have to pedal. And hey, that's a whole new passion that you could discover right there. So if you want an action item for this, well, I want you to take the next week and each day, just take maybe 10, 20 minutes. And I want you to sit down and I want you to really journal about some things that you've done in your past. Think all the way back to childhood. Think back to when times were easy, when you didn't have all the worries and the stresses of life. What were you into? What did you love? What was your favorite activities? Jot them down. And then start to think, how could I give this a shot? Could I try this again? Or am I too old and I'm not going to grab a skateboard and drop down from the half pipe? You can make that decision on your own, but I'm just talking about it in the fact of you getting real and looking back on life. Because many times the past, well, it holds the secret to our future. My third tip for helping you to embrace adventure all in the pursuit of finding a new passion is to get around other passionate, enthusiastic people who are on a same or similar mission in their own life. When you get around people who are inspiring, are motivational, who are enjoying life, trying to make the most of life, I guarantee you one thing is true. It's going to inspire you to do the same. Energy, it's electric. We feel the energy from others. And if you can get in the same room as the people who are putting off the vibe that you're wanting to jive with, well, then that is exactly what you need to do. So what does this look like? Well, maybe it's finding a community, going online and finding if there's any meetup groups where you live, people who are interested in the same things that you're into. Maybe it's connecting with the people at your church. You probably go to church on Sunday and then go home. But in fact, they have groups that meet throughout the week, people doing life together. Maybe tap into those. The whole idea here is to get in the room with people who are just like you. It helps us to become just better versions of ourselves. And in regards to today's topic, It's going to help you to get really excited about pursuing some new ideas and hopefully finding some new passions. My action item for this idea is for you to maybe even go a step smaller than what I just spoke about. Maybe just think about 3 different people, individual people who you really enjoy being around, who they just make you smile, they light you up, who make you want to live a little bit bigger and better. Reach out to them and set up a lunch date. Get around them, be in their circle. And that, I'm telling you, is going to make a big difference. I want you to remember this, my friend, that discovering a new passion, it's fun. It's an adventure. And that is why summer is a perfect opportunity for you to do that very thing. I want you to be sure that you're making the most of this life, that you're living every day on your terms, that you're doing what you want to do, what lights you up. This life, it's way too short. It goes by way too fast. Heck, we're already partway through summer. Go ahead and embrace the moment, because the more that you embrace the single moment right now, it's like you're stopping time. Instead of worrying about what's ahead or thinking about the past, instead, just focus on the present. And I'll leave you with this. If you would like help in your life and getting clear on what you really want out of life and figuring out how you're going to get there, well, book a free coaching call with me. I'm offering free coaching all summer long. All you have to do is text summer 2024. That is summer 2024, all one word, no spaces, to the phone number 33777. That is 33777. And I will respond with my calendar for you to book your free 30-minute one-on-one coaching session so that we can make this summer be the launch pad for one epic second half of 2024. With that, my friend, get out there and enjoy the day, but more importantly, get out there and try something new. Step outside of the norm, get a little uncomfortable, embrace a little adventure, and discover a whole new side of you that you never even knew existed before with this new passion that you find.